Hello everyone, welcome back my dear students. In last video we have seen arithmetic progression. I hope you people remember. In today's session we will be learning about geometric progression. So guys, before moving on to the geometric progression, let us recall about the arithmetic progression. So what is arithmetic progression? In last video, in video 6, I have given you some definitions. A sequence a1, a2, a3 and so on, an is called an arithmetic progression if an minus 1 is equals to an plus d, right, where d is the common difference of the progression and a is the first term of the progression and n is the number of terms of the sequence, right? Hope you people remember. Let's quickly move on to the general form of an arithmetic progression. So what is the general form? General form of an arithmetic progression is a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d and so on, a plus nd, where a is the first term and d is the common difference. Then general term of an arithmetic progression is tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d, where we have to use the general term of an arithmetic progression if any of the particular term is asked. If then you can use the general term of an arithmetic progression. Okay, so then one more important thing we have to recall now. When the sequence will be an arithmetic sequence, each and every term when subtracted by its preceding term should have the same common difference. Already we have seen so many examples in the last video itself. If you people have any doubts regarding this, you can go through the video again and again until you people understand the concept clearly. So here let's go for geometric progression. So already we know we have taken arithmetic progression in two types, right? One is finite arithmetic progression and another one is infinite arithmetic progression. Meanwhile, for GP also we have finite geometric progression and infinite geometric progression. Then what is finite geometric progression? If a last term of a geometric progression is known, which is nothing but the terms, the number of terms of the sequence is known, is countable, that we call it as finite. If it is uncountable, that we call it as infinite. In simple, if a last term of a GP is which is unknown, which is not known, which is known as infinite geometric progression. Let's begin with the problem. The first question is determine whether the given sequence is geometric or not, right? In AP also we came across similar problem like this, right? So if you want to check whether the given sequence is arithmetic progression, what we have to do, we have to subtract each and every term of the sequence with its preceding term, right? Then your common difference should be same. But here when you come for geometric progression, we have to divide any two terms, right? We have to divide each and every term of the sequence with its preceding term. Then your common ratio, here you have to come across the word ratio. So your common ratio should be same. Here I have given you some note. For a sequence to be geometric sequence, each and every term of a sequence when divided by its preceding terms will have the same common ratio. Here the given sequence is minus 1, 6, minus 36, 216 and so on. Now I want to check whether this sequence, the given sequence, is geometric progression or not. Okay, just now we came across the condition, right? What is the condition? When the progression will be said to be a geometric progression, when each and every term of the sequence divided by its preceding term, every common ratio will be same, right? So here I am going to find the first ratio, R1. So how to find the first ratio? First I want to divide first two terms. So second term should be, so T2 divided by T1. So what will be your answer? 6 divided by minus 1 is equals to minus 6. So here common ratio 1 is minus 6. Then I want to find ratio 2, second ratio. So third term divided by second term. So what will be your answer? Minus 36 divided by 6, answer minus 6. Here also the same common ratio, right? So quickly move on to the ratio 3. So T4, the last fourth term should be divided by third term. Answer is 216 divided by minus 36. So if you divide, answer we have the same common ratio, minus 6. So now came to the conclusion. Since all the common ratios of the sequence R1, R2, R3 are equal, the given sequence will be called as the geometric sequence. So this is what we have to prove, children. So kindly remember, try to understand that if you want to check whether the given condition is sequence, geometric sequence or not, you have to prove that all the common ratio of the sequence should be same. Okay, so if you want to prove the given sequence is arithmetic sequence, you want to say that all the common difference, right, all the common difference of the sequence should be same. Children, now let's move on to the general form of a geometric progression. Already we have seen general form for arithmetic progression, right? So what is the general form of the arithmetic progression? Let us have a quick recall. The general form of arithmetic progression is a plus d, a plus 2d, and so on. So here we are getting into the general form of geometric progression. So general form of geometric progression, wherever you are finding the word geometric, you have to be very careful about the common ratio. Okay, so R should be included. So if it is arithmetic progression, you have to add D, that is the common difference. Okay, you have to be very clear about this difference. So the general form of the geometric progression is AR square, AR cube, and so on, AR power n. Okay, which is nothing but here you have to increase the order, that is the power of the ratio, common ratios. Okay, so here A is nothing but the first term of the sequence and R is the common ratio. Let me tell you clearly again. So the general form of the geometric progression is AR square, AR cube, and so on, AR power n. And then meanwhile, how to find the general term? If any of the particular term is asked to find, how to find? So the general term of the geometric progression is Tn is equal to A into R power n minus 1. Okay, so what is the general term of arithmetic progression? A plus Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. If you come for geometric progression, the general term is Tn is equals to A into R power n minus 1. These 2 points are very much important. You have to understand very well. Remember all the time, children. Let's move on to the second problem, children. So what is the question here? Find the geometric progression whose fourth term is 24 and seventh term is 192. Okay, so here the given data are fourth term of the geometric progression is given and seventh term of a geometric progression is given. We just want to find how the progression, how the sequence will be, right? So here I have taken A as the first term of a sequence and R as the common ratio of the sequence. So what are all the data given here? Fourth term. How will you represent the fourth term of a sequence? T4. Generally we used to represent the fourth term, the nth term of a sequence as Tn, right? Here they have given the data of fourth term. So T4 is equal to 24. This is the given data. So how will you represent AR cube? Sorry, T4. So what is the formula we have seen? Tn is equal to A into R power n minus 1, right? This is the general term of a sequence. Here I am going to find T4. So A, R, in place of n I am going to substitute 4 minus 1. So my answer will be AR cube. So therefore can I write T4 as AR cube? That is what I have written here. So AR cube is equals to 24. This will be your first equation. Then again the second data is given. Seventh term, that is seventh term will be represented as T7, 192. So how will you find T7? A into R power 7 minus 1, which is nothing but AR power 6. So T7 can be written as AR power 6 is equals to 192 is given. So this is your second equation. So here what is the question, children? Find the geometric progression. So what we have to find here? We have to find the sequence, how the sequence will be. That is, which is nothing but the general form of a sequence, right? So what is the general form of a sequence? Geometric sequence AR square, right? So in order to find the general form of a sequence, I want to know what A and R value are, right? So how to find A and R from the given two data? So if I divide equation 2 and equation 1, what will happen? A and A will get cancelled, right? So if you divide these two, r power 6 divided by r power 3. What will happen if any terms are in division, right? The powers, can I subtract? So can I write like this? If I bring this denominator to the numerator, my power will become inverse, right? So here I have plus 3. If you bring this to the numerator, it will become minus 3. Here I have base as equal. So can I simplify the powers? Now what will happen? R power 3. Now r cube is equals to, if you divide this, answer will be 8. So r cube value is 8. So how the r what is the r value be? 2. Now I got the value of r, right? So simply I just want to find a value, then only I can substitute in the general form. So how to find a value? Simple. You can substitute value of r in any of two equations. Here I am substituting r value in equation 1 so that I can get a value, right? So first equation is a r cube is equals to 24. In place of r, I am just going to substitute r value. So r is nothing but 2. So r cube, 2 cube is nothing but 8. So if you find a value will be 3. Here we know what r and a value is, right? So what is the general form of geometric progression? Already I told you in the beginning. So ar square, ar cube. This is what the question is. They ask us to find the geom sequence, right? So here we have found what a and r value, right? So simply, can I substitute both these values in equation 3? Now what will happen? In place of a, I am going to substitute 3. In place of r, I am going to substitute 2. So 3 into 2 is 6. 3 into 2 square is nothing but 12, 24. So my required geometric progression sequence is 3, 6, 12, 24 and so on. Now we have completed 2 problems, right? So I hope you people understand. Very easy problem. Let's move on to the third problem. Very important problem too. Okay, you can expect this type of problems in your exams. So what is the question? The product of third and eighth term of a GP is 243. If its fourth term is 3, find its seventh term. So as we have done in the last problem, we have to proceed the same procedure here. So let me take the first term as a and the common ratio as r. So what is the condition given here? The product is nothing but the multiplication, is it so? So here the product of third term and eighth term. So third term will be represented as T3 and eighth term will be represented as T8. So product means we have to multiply these two terms, right? So T3 into T8 is equals to 243. So this is the given data. From this we want to find the seventh term. So what we have to do, as I told in the last problem, can I write T3 as ar square and T8 as ar power 7, which is equals to 243. So if you multiply these two, a and a will become a square and r square and r power 7 will become r power 9, which is equals to 243. We cannot simplify it further, so let me stop till this. So this will be considered as equation 1. So what is the another condition given? If its fourth term is 3. So if you go for the question, fourth term is also given. So T4, fourth term, T4 is equals to 3. So how the fourth term of a sequence will be written? Ar cube, is it so? Is equals to 3. So can I find a value here? So if you bring this r cube to the another side, it will become a is equals to 3 by r cube. So this will be your equation 2. Here we know what a value is, right? So can I substitute this a value in equation 1 so that I can get r value also, right? So if you substitute, this is your equation 1. So what is the a value here? 3 by r cube, right? If you take square, since it is a square into r power 9 is equals to 243. Here I am going to take square, right? Now what will happen? 3 into 3 is 9. R cube the whole square. So how the condition will be? R cube the whole square. What we have to do here? Here we have to multiply the powers. So it will become r power 6. So 9 divided by r power 6 into r power 9 is equals to 243. So what is the next step? So here I am going to cancel this 2. Now what will happen? R power 9 into r power minus 6, right? Since I am going to take this denominator to the numerator, so it will become minus 6. So since the base is same, can I simplify the powers? Answer will be r cube. So on simplification, value of r will be 3. Now we know what r value is, right? So here I want to find a value also, so that I can find the 7th term of a GP. So how will you find the a value? So second equation. What is the second equation we have seen? A is equals to 3 by r cube. So can I substitute r value here? 27. So if you cancel, answer will be 1 by 9. So r is 3 and a is 1 by 9. Now we know what a and r are. So can I find the 7th term directly? So 7th term of a GP will be represented as T7. So how T7 will be written? A r power 6. If you people cannot understand, you can go for substitution. So T7 is equals to a into r power 7 minus 1, which is nothing but a into r power n minus 1. That is a general term of a GP. A into r power 6 is equals to, in place of a I am going to substitute 1 by 9, and in place of r substitute the value 3. So if you go for 3 power 6, so can I cancel it directly? If you multiply these values, your answer will be 81. So hence the required 7th term of a GP is 81. I hope you people understand. This is very important problem, children. So do prepare well. Let's move on to the 5th problem. This is very easiest problem. What is given? The 5th, 8th and 11th term of a GP are P, Q and S respectively. Show that Q square is equals to PS. Here they have given 5th term as P, 8th term as Q and 11th term as S. Simply we have to show this condition. It is enough to prove this condition. Solution. So what is the condition given? The 5th term of a sequence is P. So can I write 5th term as A r power 4? This is P. And 8th term of sequence is Q and 11th term of a sequence is S. So here I am going to write T8 as A r power 7 and T11 as A r power 10, which is equals to S and which is equals to Q. So given condition, this is what I am going to prove now. Q square is equals to PS. Simple. Just I am going to substitute all the values which I have taken now. So here I know what P value, S value and Q value, right? Here we have taken what P, Q and S are. So simply I am going to substitute. Now what will happen? Q is A r power 7, right? So value of Q is A r power 7. In place of Q I am going to substitute A r power 7. So now what will happen? Q square, A r power 7 the whole square, and P value is A r power 4. So A r power 4 into S value is A r power 10 into A r power 10. So if you take square, what will happen? A r power 7 the whole square is equals to A square into r power 7, 14, right? Here we have to take square for each and every term. So if you take square for A, it will become A square, and r power 7 the whole square is nothing but r power 14. Here A into A is A square, and here r power 4 into r power 10. So since the base is same, I am going to add the powers. So 4 plus 10 is 14. So here I got left hand side and is equals to right hand side. So this is the condition I want. So what I have to prove? This is Q square and this is P into S, right? So here we have, can I conclude Q square is equals to PS? So the given condition is satisfied. So this is the solution here. Okay children, we came to the end of this session. Today we have seen what geometric progression is, just an introduction and important problems. So please recall AP also while learning geometric progression. Okay, then only you people can differentiate what AP and what GP. So what is the general form of AP and what is the general form of GP? What is general term of AP and general term of GP? Then only you people can answer easily, understand easily. So children, keep watching the videos again and again until you people are clear with the concepts, whatever given in the video. Okay, so this is the assignment problem. Here I have given a 5 assignment problems. So keep working. After completion of your assignments, do send me the PDF of your assignments in Google Classroom. Okay, so children, submit your assignments on time, otherwise marks will not be given. All these marks will be added in your internal assessment. So keep it in your mind, keep working, keep preparing, then only you people can score well. Thank you children, see you people in the next video.